Hi guys, welcome back to a new part of Android tutorial. In the previous part we learned about how to share data between two simple Android application. In this part we are going to learn about how to prepare your Android application for receiving data from another Android application. So here I just using the example provided example we discussed in the previous part. So in that example I just create an indent object and just add an action for that indent object. Here the action name is action sent. Also I just pass a simple message which is of MIME type text plain. So here you can see that the indent action name is action sent. Any application with that indent action filter name has able to receive this data sent by this application. We already see that there is only one application present in that emulator called the messaging app is only available with this indent action name called action sent, and in the previous part we run this application using that message application. So now I am going to create another application which also have the same indent action name as action sent. So we are going to discuss how to receive these shared data by another Android application. So here I am going to create a new project. So new project, it's an Android application project. I name the project as destination app. Click next. Nothing to change here. Again click next. Here just create a blank activity. Again click next. Here is the activity name and layout name. Finally click finish. Now the other project is created. Here is the project destination app. Here is the XML file of that. Here is the layout of that destination app project. Here is the main activity. Now we are going to prepare this application for receiving the data sent by data shared by this project share data demo. So I am going to do something on the manifest of this project destination app. So I just open that manifest of that project. Here is the activity tag. Here is the indent filter tag. Here you can see that in indent filter there are two category, action and category. Here action is main. So in the previous example I just make the action of the indent filter name as send. So in order to receiving that data shared by the other application, we need to use the same indent action here. So I just remove this main and make it as send. Now this application is able to receive the data shared by the other application. Also now here the category is launcher. We don't need an icon of this application on the launcher, so I make it as a default. Now this application icon is not available on the launcher of your phone. One more thing you need to add here, you need to add the MIME type here. So Android MIME type, you need to specify the MIME data type handled by this application. So here it is a MIME type and I give it as text hyphen plain. It is the MIME type of the data received by this application. Okay, now we need to code the programming segments for receiving that data. So go to the main activity of this project. Here I just create an object of indent I is equal to get indent. You need to import indent here. Now for get the action name of that indent, I create a string variable string action is equal to I dot get action. Okay, now for getting the type of the data, I'll create another string variable string type is equal to I dot get type. Okay, now I just start an if loop if indent dot action send dot equals if it is equal to the shared data, that means action, and type not equal to null. And type not equal to null. Here I am going to check the type if text hyphen plain dot equals that type. Here we can get the string from that indent. So here I just create a string value string get message is equal to I dot get string extra. Need to specify a string name here. So string name is indent dot extra text. This is the same string name used in the previous example. In the previous example, we set the name as indent dot extra text. So here we use the same text name indent extra hyphen text. Okay. Now I need to display this on this activity. So in this activity on the layout, there is only one text view is present. I am going to add an ID for that text view and draw it. ID is equal to plus ID. I give it as txt. Now again going to the main activity. Here I am going to create an object of text view txt. You need to import text view here. Okay. Now connect this object text is txt is equal to find view by id r dot id dot txt. Okay, you need to cast it into text view. Now here I am going to attach this string into that text view. So txt dot set text I make it as message equal to that variable get message. Okay. So in order to retrieve the data from shared by other application, you need to specify something in the manifest file. You need to make the action corresponding to the shared data, and also here add some additional component called data. You need to specify the type of data shared by the other application, and here for receiving the data I just create an object of intent and get the action and get the type of that shared data, and here just check some here do some validation and finally get the data using this getString extra method. Now this is the time to check the project. So now I'm going to run this. So whenever we run this project, there is nothing to be displayed in your emulator, because we in the manifest file we just make it as default. That means this activity is only invoked by other activities, and there is no launcher icon is available on the, because the category is default, there is no launcher icon present on this phone launcher, on device launcher. So in order to invoke this application, you need to install it on the emulator. So for that you need to run it. So now I am going to run this application. Okay, now we are going to install this application on the emulator. So I'm going to run it as Android application. You will see the installation progress here, launching destination app. Okay, now here is the message is done and success, installed on the device. So I just open that device. There is nothing to display on this device because we just hide this activity on that project. Also there is no launcher icon available on this Android emulator because we just changed the launcher into default. So for checking whether this application is installed or not on this device, just go to the launcher, go to the settings. In settings there is an option called apps. Choose that option. So here we can check whether that is installed, or here is the application destination app. That means now the second application is also installed on this emulator. So now we are going to run the previous project. Now I'm going to run the previous project. Okay, here is the previous project, and now I am going to run it. Run as Android application and open the emulator. Okay, here is the application is launched. I just type a message here, hello world, and click this button. Okay, now here you can see that a chooser dialog window is appear. Complete action using the previous case, there is no chooser window is appear because there is only one application that contain intent action as sent. Now here in this device there are two applications are present, destination app also messaging. So here you can choose any of these apps for completing your action. So I just choose the destination app and click just once. Now here is the output. So now the data sent by the previous app is now available on this app that we recently created, and here is the message. Guys, this is how we prepare an application for receiving data from another Android application. Guys, please subscribe now my channel for getting more video tutorial updates from my channel on your YouTube homepage. Thank you for watching. See you in the next part of this tutorial.